Okay, call to order the Lowell City Council regular meeting, September 3rd at 7:02. Roll call, please.
Bennett,
Here.
Harris,
Here.
Stratus,
Present.
Murray, Weathers, absent.
Stand for pledge. Have to do that over here. Have to move it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Anybody see any changes to the agenda? Okay, we'll go the way it is. Public comment? Okay, council comments? Okay. Next item will be old business, second reading of ordinance 313, ordinance amending the Lowell Building Department permit fees. Mr. Connell, you want to add anything to that?
This is the second
I'm
and
sorry, this second reading will be by title only. Go ahead.
correct, second reading, final vote of approval. At the August 20th meeting, the council held a public hearing and first reading. At that meeting, the council passed a motion to schedule the second and final reading for tonight. I want to clarify, usually on the agenda, I put something like discussion, possible action. This is an action item that was clarified on the agenda sheet as well as the notice that we publicized. So this will be a second reading and a final vote for adoption.
We have a motion for a second reading? Do we need a motion? Or you just want to read?
I can just go ahead and read it if
Okay.
there's no objections from the council. We'll just read it by title.
Yes.
Ordinance 313, an ordinance amending the Lowell Building Department permit fees, adopting Appendix J grading of the 2024 International Building Code and amending the section on how building permit fees are established.
Any questions? We have a motion to approve that?
A motion to approve ordinance 313.
Okay. We have a second? Second. Okay, we have a motion and second to approve ordinance 313. Further discussion, thoughts? Okay, all those in favor of ordinance 313, an ordinance amending the Lowell Building Department permit fees, adopting Appendix J grading of the 2024 International Building Code and amending the section on how building permit fees are established, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, passed. Next up on page 20. Our mailing machine. It's not cheap replacing humans. You know.
These, I mean, we already have this, we're just redoing this.
That was my only thought looking at it.
That's really true. I mean, how much does he get AI can it really cost us? Compared to human. Okay.
Mr. Connell, tell us about this.
Our contract is expired for our mailing machine and inserter machine. We obtained, since it's greater than $5,000 for the total value of the contract, I'm bringing it here to the council tonight for your approval. We obtained 2 quotes. We attempted to obtain a third, but they never, the vendor never responded. The Pacific, I also have a comparison of key specifications in your packet. There are some differences between the machines that Pacific Office Automation and Kelly Create quoted us. In my determination, the equipment from either one would work, but the Pacific Office Automation would satisfy our needs. One reason for updating the mailing machine is there, as I understand it, some changes from the U.S. Postal Service regarding security. And I'll also add that the These machines are very expensive. Yeah, they're 10,000 plus to replace if we wanted to purchase each one. So that's one reason why I'm recommending a lease purchase, and also this allows us at the end of the lease to upgrade to the equipment, so we're not purchasing something and just locking into something that's going to be obsolete.
They take care of them, right?
They service them, that's included in the contract.
After working with that stuff at the core, it's.
Kind of interesting how they bill out. I mean, it's like the monthly charge for the inserter is 4 times as high roughly from Kelly to Pacific, but then Kelly doesn't charge a service cost per month or a meter rental per month, but Pacific Office Automation does. It's kind of it. It's weird how 2 companies for similar products how their bids overall aren't hundreds of % off, but their line items are significantly off. So I wish we could get the machine, the inserter from Pacific, and get the service from Kelly. So,
If I read it correctly, Sam did this and she called other cities that have used these. Is that the way I read it? Yeah, so she thought specifically.
And that's our current vendor.
Well, and so you're familiar with them, which means we've been using them, we know they respond and all that stuff, so. I mean, 63 months for $1,000 less.
is that a single purchase for the 63-month lease, or are we paying per month or per year?
It's per month.
It's per month. So just out of curiosity, for your ability to be able to approve purchases, I think 5K is the limit you're at. How come you couldn't just do a purchase like this? Because in a year it would be less than $5,000.
The way I interpret it is the total value of the contract over the
Okay.
5-year term.
Okay.
Anything else? We have a motion.
Make a motion to approve the lease of mailing and document inserter machines from Pacific Automation for $14,057.82 for a 63-month lease.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. For Pacific Office Automation, 14,057.82.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, a point of clarification.
I'm sorry?
If I may, a point of clarification.
Okay,
After tonight, if, depending on which of these the council selects, I'll be coming back to you at a future meeting to bring the actual contract documents.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. I just didn't read this going.
Oh, so you didn't need a motion,
Yeah.
Yes, this motion is great.
okay.
All right.
Vote.
$3,000 difference is quite a bit. It's because we're an existing customer with them, you think, or just a difference in the quality of machines?
I think the machines are comparable. That's the difference.
That'd be my guess, is that we're an existing customer, so that's my only thing.
Or they just
Look at
compete.
that. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? All those in favor of accepting the quote for leasing a machine from Pacific Office Automation, $14,057.82, 63 months. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Down to page 55. 1-year subscription for the libraries. Why don't they treat us the way we treat our customers? Subscriptions are free. Go ahead, Mr. Con. That's my nonsense.
All right. This is annual subscription that I'm requesting. I'm requesting approval from the council for 1-year subscription of Overdrive. Overdrive is the provider for ebooks for our participation in the Oregon Digital Library Consortium. Since it's over $5,000, I'm bringing it to the council tonight. The library director has provided some summary statistics following the agenda sheet showing ebook usage in 23-24 and usage from July through August.
So. We're paying a little over $5,000 for 44 people to use this service and look at 1,200 articles annually. Is that, I'm not sure what these statistics mean.
Books. These are books, yes.
So 44 patrons. So 44 library users. Circulated, which they're 1,200 books, right? So. Go ahead, Jim.
I'm ready. So that brings the cost per patron to $4.26, which is remarkable. If you think about it, we bought books for those patrons. Just to put that in context, at U of O for our library, it costs about $40 per loan if we borrow from another institution. So that's already just at that rate, a great rate per circulation. And it's a flat fee. So anything we can do to get this service more well-known and more supported is going to make that cost per transaction better. So we benefit from the fact we have 44 really passionate people, but if we got that up to 60, you'd be looking at $3.
Well, it seems like the numbers are going up. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
26 is a quarter, so, and a quarter, so we're looking at, if you average that out, we're looking at 104 versus 44, so the number it has more than doubled. I'm glad you had the information. I figured you'd be a good person enough for this. So that being said, we pay for this and we have access for the year to all the books that are in their service. You're saying $40 per book for a lease for a book that just borrowed, not owned?
Most libraries don't just send you books for free. You have to pay a fee, and then you're paying for the mailing and then the staff time to receive it, put on your whole shelf. So that's kind of the aggregate of the total cost to borrow a book for you to know. Which of course we don't charge people, we just cover that, but I was just trying to put in context that borrowing books from other libraries is free.
Is this all digital though?
This is all.
Yeah, this is all digital, so that's the beauty of getting to have digital books. It's not my favorite thing, but.
So I'd definitely like to see the numbers grow. I mean, if you look at the 104 average, that, 104 people for a year. You said before you compared it per book price, that's what you're saying, it's important, that's for the 1,200.
Yeah.
The 207 times 4, but in actuality, the book number has gone down.
It's also summer. It's a low reading time of year, so, because Peggy didn't give us the July, August of the previous
To
fiscal
compare
year,
it
it's
to.
really hard to draw a great comparison, which is why I kind of threw that out.
Yeah.
But this is what we paid last year for this year, correct?
I think that's correct, yeah. I mean, roughly, I think is
I
about
don't
what we paid.
remember. Those things don't.
I think it's roughly about what we paid. I think we did a motion for this last year too, which would indicate that it was over 5,000.
I think as long as we can, I think it's a really nice thing.
I'm all in favor of it as long as the numbers go up. I mean, that's where the value lies in this, is getting more people to use it for the same price and getting more books.
I have ideas how the library committee can help on this, so.
Now that he's.
Appreciate your expertise in this area.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll go down, you can't go down to Barnes and Noble and buy a book for $4.25
No.
unless it's in the front of
Say you
the
can't
stacked
buy
up,
it.
so. We don't have to pay anything in terms of maintenance of it, of the book itself. I mean,
No, flat fee, and it's almost
Yeah.
70,000 titles,
titles.
which our collection is very modest.
Well, yeah, and you consider our own collection is modest, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it
this-
makes us
this
the
our-
size of a large,
Exactly, a
pretty
much
large.
larger library by doing this, so.
How do they do this? Do they get it on their tablet or something?
You can use Libby on your phone. I would like the library to look at Kindles that we can make available for for circulation for patrons who don't have access to that kind of technology, to grow these numbers. But yes, at my house, because we're in that group, it's our phones or our tablets. It's a great service if you're not already using it. Any popular book, you have to wait in line because there's a limited number. It's all based on licensing, but all the newest stuff is on there. It's a good service.
It's a good marketing technique for authors, I would imagine.
And they are getting paid. The Oregon State Library Consortium, that's where these dollars are going, is to pay for those licenses.
Appreciate
So
the
whenever you,
information.
order one of these and you get a book, you can put it on your Kindle. Is it like a loaner book, after 2 weeks it goes away?
Exactly. You get-
Okay, so it's not like, it's not like Amazon where I buy it for life for a few dollars.
And if Tim's next in line, he gets the notification that the book's ready for him and
Oh, so at your library, like if he wants to check out book A, there's only one book A.
it depends. Some books, the consortium might buy 20 copies.
Oh, okay.
And then if it's like a Stephen King.
Digital copy.
So it's a per title copy is kind of what it is.
Kind of, yeah.
You pay per copy.
This is my whole world. We can get really into the weeds on this if you're interested, but licensing for digital content is very much a thing in library, but yeah.
I'd like to say it sounds like a good program going into it next year when we come back around to see, increase in actual usage and things like that. We're in the library business and we're the library, so we need to support it how we can. And if it's going to be used, a little expensive. I say $5,000 up front, a little expensive, but if that's what the patrons are looking for and they're gonna use it, then it's hard to go against it, so. I have to give it a run and see how it goes.
I don't know, in some ways, I know $5,000 is $5,000. It doesn't seem that expensive. If we got the numbers up, we could get it down to, it's costing us nothing, basically, because we've got so many people using it. I mean, we need to grow it, but
I just learned that our library has 70,000 more books than I thought it had.
Tell your friends to go check out a book.
$5,000 for 70,000 books. Can't beat that.
70,000 current books.
Yeah.
They're always purging stuff that's not getting used and adding new items to that,
Right.
so it's
Right.
it's an evolving, growing collection that we don't have to curate.
Where's the book sale for those ones?
Where's what?
For the ones that go away, where's the book sale for those?
Alas.
That's another thing he needs to tackle.
Digitally shredded.
Digital shred, yeah.
Book burning. Sounds like Fahrenheit 451 here. I don't know what's going on.
Too soon.
Okay, all right.
Anything else?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve a one-year subscription with Overdrive in the amount of $5,106.32 for participation in the Oregon Digital Library Consortium.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve a one-year subscription. We're gonna put a bunch of stuff in the bridge over the next year supporting this program. Okay. It's
City Hall.
we're spending money here to get we want participation, so the word needs to be out there. Signs in the library also, for the ones coming through the door. So that even if they're not doing it digitally now, that they will and tell their friends, so we want it to be a success. All those in favor of the motion to approve a one-year subscription with Overdrives for the amount of $5,106.32 for participation in Oregon Digital Library Consortium, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Good.
Jeremy, this is a bad time to ask, but this was already in the budget.
Any thoughts by the public? No thoughts, okay, good deal, man. I appreciate it. And anything else before we close, anybody? We're gonna set a record, we're adjourned at 7:21.
Crazy.
Yeah,
See what happens when Maureen's not here?
this was a one cookie meeting.
Too many cookies.